Good morning. Hope you're well. As my kids get older, I start to see them picking up some of the phrases that Caris and I use. You know, for Caris, it's the Irish phrases that I won't even try and copy. But the other day, pre-lockdown, we were out and we're at a restaurant looking at the menu, and Josiah said, "Oh, I'm tempted by a dessert." And it's not unusual for him to be tempted by a dessert, but the phrase made me smile, and the verse that sprung to mind was, "Resist temptation, and the devil will flee from you." You know, I've thought recently about how temptation is always seen as being negative. You know, from being tempted by a dessert, which isn't good for you, right through to being tempted to do something that you shouldn't. You know, it's actually it's a neutral verb, meaning to be enticed towards something. And in our minds, we always presume that we're being enticed to something bad. Our unconscious bias immediately says temptation has to be is something evil. But Proverbs turns this around in a few verses actually. And temptation can also be a powerful enticement to the good. Proverbs 13 verse 20 says, "Walk with the wise and become wise, for a companion of fools suffers harm." And in Proverbs 11 verse 14 we read, "Where there is no guidance, a people falls, but in an abundance of counsellors there is safety." And the writer of these Proverbs knew that there can be an enticement to do good. When we surround ourselves with people who speak good and who do good, we're enticed to be better people ourselves. You know, and this is just one reason that our community, you know, our community at church that we surround ourselves with is so important, especially in times like we're in this year. You know, have you ever been with someone when they've done something that you didn't even think about, and it shocked you in a positive way? You know, I remember a while back being in Paraguay, and we were helping out on the streets. We were collecting cardboard for people who should do that so that they could sell it for hardly any money really, but at least they could eat. And I can't actually remember who it was with, but I do remember wanting to finish as soon as possible. You know, I kept trying to wrap the afternoon up, but my brother that I was with, who I was serving with, just wanted to keep on going. He wanted to get as much card as possible to help these people and to earn money for them so that they could eat. You know, and I remember being really humbled, and I realised, you know, how selfish I was wanting to finish, but also how selfless, you know, my brother was. And it really encouraged me. It encouraged me to be better. One of the things we've been doing in lockdown is playing a little bit of table tennis. You know, and Josiah's getting quite into it. We've just put a little net on the dining table, and I always beat him. You know, I'm not letting him off the hook, and so far he's yet to get more than 5 points. But I keep telling him that to get better, you have to play people who are better than you. You have to surround yourself with people who are going to make you raise your game, because it's the best way to develop. And it's the same for us as Christians, and the impact that we have on one another. And I think for some of us, maybe we're needing some temptation in our life today, you know, and in a good way. It's so important that we surround ourselves with people who tempt us to be more like Jesus, to be better people, to be a better friend, a better husband, a better wife, and overall a better follower of Jesus, so that we can be an example and that we can be a light to the world. God bless you. Have a great day.